Hello comic fans, here's Earl Grey. From Red-Handed to Super Spy and Mind Management and Department H. Matt Kindt has shown many times his interest for secret organizations at the edge of believability and plausibility and right through conspiracy subject matter. Black Badge, a 12-issue series, was only the most recent one, now published by Boom Studios in these three nice hardcovers. The cover for Volume 1 by Matt Kindt already gives us the basic premise here. This is no nice Junior Woodchuck story. Here, this boy here has literally more up his sleeve or his chest, like all these badges are shown here. This is the badge for mind management, by the way, and the whole story is loosely connected to the mind management universe. Matt Kindt did this story here together with Tyler Jenkins and Hilary Jenkins, who's gives us the colors here. I don't know if she is his wife, sister, maybe even daughter. Don't know. Obviously not his mother, because that would be an old photo then. This is our guy Matt Kindt here, Tyler Jenkins, and the letterer Jim Campbell likes to hide his face under a mask. This story here feels a bit similar to Mind Management as well. The overall feel of the story, like it is presented here, with this yellowish paper and secret informations that are almost hidden in the yellow tone of the paper here, or parts of the text that are blackened out. Even the loose art in its very sketchy way is a bit similar to Matt Kindt's art. Of course, their art is in many ways pretty different, but in terms of being sketchy, this is another way to be sketchy. What elevates the art here definitely are the colors from Hilary Jenkins. She has a way to deal with secondary colors, and especially with pink, that are really just a delight to look at, and very interesting, and at the same time pretty unsettling, the way that these pinks shine through a lot of these nice landscapes. They tell us there's a bit more underneath here, because clearly their life is at stake from page 1, and you don't do a nice lush picnic at the border of North Korea to South Korea, for instance, or later on in Siberia or in Afghanistan. And so it's a mix of an adventure tale for youths, and later on almost a psychodrama, because these kids don't know anymore if they are their own heroes in their own story, or if they are just used by the government or other organizations. So this is really interesting. But actually, I don't know if the story is maybe a bit too much stretched out. And especially starting with the second volume here, we are introduced to more scouts, or groups of scouts. We don't only have our black badges here, the 4 guys that I've shown you before, but we have the blue badges and the pink badges, which is a group of girls, and this is a bit questionable presentation, but it's addressed in the story right there. The other groups of scouts are introduced in the end of Volume 1, actually. This is a group of computer nerds called the Blue Badges, and here we have the White Badges with special mind management and manipulating abilities. And here we have the Pink Badges, who are a bunch of mean, tough girls. And our title heroes, the Black Badges. And I don't know if this step here really was necessary. Actually, I would have loved the series just being focused on these guys here, maybe through history and developing many generations throughout exact historic events, developing an own strange conspiracy theory, maybe even what have they done in the Korean War, or while the assassination of Kennedy or whatnot, even though maybe we have enough theories about that one, but maybe you know what I mean. Just follow these guys here and their history. The art would have maybe been needed then to be another more realistic type of art. That's granted. So the whole Black Badge thing here is more sketchy, not only in terms of art, but what is told in these stories. A lot of sketches for ideas. I mean, you can do a lot more with these guys here, for instance, or with these. And especially when it comes to the end, the last issue where Hilary Jenkins went back to the more the watercolor and even more loose color approach here is so full of ideas. It's more a sample of I don't know, 20 issue series. Yeah, than a real proper issue, in my opinion, even though it follows the characters, those that had survived until the end. Basically, on the bottom line, I wonder about the other ways they could have went with the Black Badge, the basic premise. They could have done it more realistically, as I said it, going through history and showing us this Black Badge conspiracy theory in a more plausible manner, or they could have shortened it way down, and especially Volume 2, where the whole Hunger Games meets a lot of the Flies approach. This is a bit questionable if this really was necessary, but maybe this is just me, and I really despise the Hunger Games immensely. I saw so many children really being disturbed by the Hunger Games, and I don't think that this is a book for children, really. It's immoral, it's cynical, it's not good. And I don't like the movie as well. I only watched the first one halfway through and had enough. So I wasn't thrilled by Hunger Games in comic form. So, enough said. If you're a Matt Kindt fan, and if you can dig more sketchy art, more loose art, then I think Black Badge is a no-brainer. If you really have to have them in these three quite expensive trades, I mean, they factor in altogether at almost $60, which is quite a lot for only 12 issues worth of reading material. You have to decide for yourself. As for me, I'm right now so deep into the Matt Kindt spyverse that I really want to read everything by him and about his thrilling ways and interesting ways of thinking espionage stories and thrillers. And so I'm really interested for his next series. And yeah, as for now, thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.